I'm Jamesy64. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this video, we're talking about sound breathing from Demon Slayer. Now, sound breathing comes from the thunder breathing branch. Thunder breathing is one of the core 5 branch offs from sun breathing. So that's how it works. Sun breathing, branch off to thunder breathing. Thunder breathing branches off to sound breathing. The fourth form is constant residing is slashes. One and only branch off from thunder breathing. Multiple slashes. It is a very spinning around breathing style, with it being created by the direction of the enemy. And obviously, the goal is as well to slash the grenades that are user on the breathing style as of right now. Explosions that are in front of the enemy. Here's the clip. Get straight into the idea behind sound breathing. You use sound that you create and the enemy creates to distract in the story performance and basically get the upper hand in a fight. Uzui grabs against the enemy. It's very straightforward. And how he grabs one sword and he lets the other sword bomb around the explosives so he can hit and sound bombs at a distance to basically help you distract the story. Is probably the most technical really loud we see. Obviously, I can't very straightforward in terms of 2 and 3 whether it's effective quite technical or not, considering we actually get to see them. We've seen 4 and 5 is the most technical in the most recent season, or as right now, which here it is 2. In the Entertainment District arc, and he did so that's really everything there is to sound breathing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Interesting fact, let me know what you guys want to see next. We have flame breathing, and we have the entire history of the Demon Slayer core. Finish off the core 5. Let me know which one of them you want to see next. Like, there have been ones that retire, and I'll see you in the next one. Difficult to retire because a lot of them died beforehand. But there is only 2 Hashira that have ever retired due to injuries, and the other one is actually Zenitsu's grandfather, who is the person who trains Zenitsu in thunder breathing, which I think is actually really fascinating that he's the second in all of the Demon Slayer core's history. But then again, yeah, that's fascinating. Now, let's talk about how Uzui Tengen is setting off explosives 2 feet away from his face and not dying. It has to do with these swords that he's using, because basically the swords that he's using are basically specialized and oversized nitrine cleavers with a notch halfway, 3/4 of the way down towards the handle. If you're looking at them from the tip to the handle, it's 3/4 of the way down, roughly. And basically, it is that notch where he sets off the explosive. That's the part that hits the explosive and sets it off. And this kind of prevents recoil and stops Tengen from receiving any damage. So not only does it look badass and give you a story about why his weapon is not just a regular nitrine sword, it also is actually relevant to the plot that it looks different. So that's really, really cool. Now, let's talk about the fact that sound breathing only has 5 forms, and unfortunately, we only get to see 3 of them in the show. I know, I would have liked to see all 5, but this happens with a lot of the breathing styles that we come across. Now, let's talk about, we see forms 1, 4, and 5. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to explain the breathing style, and then I'm just going to give you the clip from the anime, because I don't see the point in getting the manga panels when we actually get to see the full fight. Plus, it's going to be way more entertaining for both of us, for me to rewatch and edit, and for you guys to actually just watch. So, the first form is Roar, and how this literally works is that Uzui lifts his swords up into the air above his head, and he makes a powerful downward striking motion, and he sets off explosives as well. The fourth form is constant residing slashes, so it's just multiple slashes spinning around in the direction of the enemy, and obviously the goal is as well to slash the grenades that have been thrown out in front to set off explosions that are in front of the enemy. Here's the clip. The fifth form is String Performance, and this is where Uzui grabs one sword. He grabs one sword and he lets the other sword swing around the place so he can hit the bombs at a distance. But this this is actually a lot more, is probably the most technical ones out of the ones we see. Obviously I can't say in terms of 2 and 3 whether they're quite technical or not, because we didn't actually get to see them, but 4 and 5 is the most technical out of the ones we see. So that's everything there is to sound breathing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you guys want to see next. We have flame breathing and we have wind breathing branches to go to finish off the core 5. Let me know which one of them you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.